talk about another sustainable development goal. Today we're going to talk about number 16, peace, justice, and strong institutions. I would like to start with this video that has a very good summary of what this goal means so you can understand where we're going to be talking today.
This is what we want our communities to look like. Peaceful, inclusive, and fair. But too often our world can be a dangerous, unjust place. You might think most violence occurs in wars between states. In fact, 3 times as many people are killed in non-conflict settings. Because they are close to the people, local governments can recognize and respond to these challenges by involving citizens in decision-making and reaching consensus in their communities, reaching out to traditionally excluded groups and delivering equitable services, being transparent and accountable to local people, providing citizens with access to information, creating safer, fairer and more inclusive communities starts at home. Sustainable Development Goal 16 is to achieve peace, justice and strong institutions. The Sustainable Development Agenda depends on local governments.
Okay, as you saw in the video, yes, the Sustainable Development Goals depends of the local governments, but us as citizens have a very important part in participating in the decision making that can help build more peaceful and inclusive societies and communities, okay? As you saw, this goal doesn't search only to solve the armed conflicts around the world, but also to solve the crimes and situations that happens in our surrounding and around us, okay? As you saw, more people it's killed in this type of actions than in the armed conflicts around the world. So it's very important that you understand that this goal also search the protection of those groups that have been discriminated or not taken in count throughout history, and making sure that their rights are protected as the same way that any other citizen of the world. It's important to understand that to have more peaceful and inclusive societies, we need to have more efficient and transparent regulations. We need to have governments that actually puts the effort and the budgets on the legislation to make the nations of the world protect not only the civil rights of their citizens, but also their human rights. And this principle should apply to any citizen of the world. What I mean is that an immigrant should be seen in front of the justice and the legal matters as the same way that a person that was born in that country, okay? I will leave you the target points that this goal searched to achieve, but basically we're talking about eradicating any type of violence around the world. It promotes the law of the national and international levels to ensure equal access to justice for everyone. It's developing effective and accountable and transparent institutions at all levels. Ensures the participation of all the citizens in the decision makings at all levels. It's strengthening the participation and the developing countries in the institutions of global governments. Remember that all of these goals, not only number 16, but all of them should be achieved by 2030. So by that time, every citizen of the world needs to have a legal identity and a birth registration no matter where they come from, okay? Ensures public access to information and protect fundamental freedoms. We need to promote and enforce non-discriminatory laws and policies for sustainable development. Basically what it means is that the legislation and the laws of the world cannot discriminate a particular group of people no matter their conditions, okay? In general lines, this goal searches the legal protection of all citizens in agreement with all the nations of the world, ensures the respect of their basic human rights under the same perception of justice for everyone without any type of discrimination, okay? Here, I will leave you a link where you can see the progress of this goal year by year and also review the target points and indicators that are used to measure them. Okay, like I said, remember that by 2030, all nations should be as closest to achieve these sustainable development goals as they can be. And the United Nations is the organization that it's in charge to measure and make sure that this sustainable development goals are being fulfilled by all, or achieved by all the nations. It's true that the governments of each nations are responsible to include these goals in their programs, but us as citizens, we have a very important responsibility to making sure that we're participating about this sustainable development goals. Like I said in a previous video, knowing and being informed of the sustainable goals is the first step in order to help and find ways to achieve them. Remember that if you have any questions, you can contact me through the Hangouts application or by email, and we'll be hearing us and seeing us this week. Bye, kids. Have a nice day.